So remember the hard drive bracket that someone tried to remove and it was all bent? And it's still bent. There was a screw in the back that they had missed, so they're trying to torque it out. I'm going to see if I can straighten it out using a hammer. Well, I'd say this looks pretty good. And once I have it installed, it'll kind of straighten out even more. So, I mean, it's a little bit crooked, but I'll kind of force it in. I should probably also go through the interior. The inside of the PC, when we last saw it, was in quite disrepair. The hard drive case part had been beat up and bent. I straightened that out. You can see in the last clip. I had to actually take a hammer and a vise and pound everything. I first pounded everything flat, which folded in the drive latches there. So I then took pliers and bent them back out into a 45-degree angle. The CPU fan is seized, so I will have to go into my spares and get a new one. I do not want this one to burn up, because I don't think, yeah, it's an Athlon AMD K7 700 megahertz Athlon. And it has built-in it has built-in Sound Blaster 128, Sound Blaster 16 compatible. It has on the back built-in sound, parallel port, printer port, 2 communications ports, USB 1.0, and then our PS2 keyboard and mouse, and then our add-in card, the NVIDIA TNT2. I was trying to make sense of the spare parts. So while I try to make sense of these spare parts strewn on the ground, and this seemingly messy computer station, and try to sort through these screws, I have, yet again, another working system. This one was actually a pretty good find. It started life as an e-machines from these parts. This is something, I don't know. I know it was an e-machines, but I don't know what model it was. Here's the remains of it. The way too small, underpowered power supply. And then the case and whatnot. I had that other computer with the Pentium 4 motherboard. It was in this case. This case, I put that motherboard in, and it turned out that that system, which I got for $5, is running an Athlon something, specs. It is an Athlon 700 megahertz, 192 megabytes of RAM, and a crappy NVIDIA something. If we go over to DirectX dialog thing, here's our specs. It is a Windows 98 machine, it's a Athlon something, 700 megahertz. The video card is a NVIDIA Vanta TNT2, 8 megabytes of video RAM, 7.5 available. It has WinBIOS, which isn't detected on this monitor. I have to use this monitor to actually change the BIOS settings. The system itself has a CD burner, CD reader, a dual floppy drive, 5 1/4 and 3 1/2, and a zip disk, and an MSI case. And whoever used this last must have hand drilled the holes on the case, because none of the screws I've found will fit that size. unless you use something like a wood screw. But besides that, it seems to work. So far, that brings us up to 1 system, 2 systems, 3 systems. 3 systems with a total of 5. So about $25 invested all. And I was able to get 3 working systems out of it. I mean, yeah, if you trash pick them, or if you curb find them, you could probably get systems like this. But honestly, if you need to get a retro gaming PC, that's what they call it now, you pretty much have to pay through the nose. The cheapest one I've seen is about $80 for a working one. And then every single one you see is going to have a voodoo card, so they jack up the price. But I actually have 2 more systems that will be coming in. I'll be getting for free. I'm looking at them, so stay tuned for that video, which I'll split up into its own sections. I think this is going to be the end for these. Not like end as in I'm going to get rid of them, but this is the end for this video series for now. If you liked these videos, please thumbs them up. If you want to see more content, subscribe for this. Comment down below if you have any suggestions, or if you just want to say something about the video. And have an awesome day.